Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Nights with Ping up late show. I thought we'd wind up for the night and follow some of the stories we were talking about before. We'll see if people show up. They might not. It's very late. But let's see. Let's see what I have. More information on the man who was charged with having a 60-year-old woman's body in his home. Thanks to Potter for sending this to me after we got off the air. But it says man charged with murder faces court after a woman's body found in Tweedhead's home. This is a photo of the man, Connor Bullis, 25, charged with murder after he was taken to hospital. Now he murdered a 6-year-old woman called Donna Barraquette, and it still doesn't say what their relationship is here. It says a man charged with the alleged murder of a woman after her body was found in a Tweedhead's home has had his case mentioned in court. No idea what it means. No idea. It says emergency services were called to the address on Lakes Drive in Tweeds Head West just before 6 p.m. Police allege Connor, 25, was later found with injuries to his hands at a nearby business on Kennedy Drive. He was taken to Tweed Hospital under police guard for treatment, where police later charged him with murder. His case was mentioned in Tweed Head's local court today. The matter was adjourned until Friday. Lawyer Carl Edwards said he was called to the hospital and was informed his client was in the operating theater. Looked like he'd lost a lot of blood. Neighbor Joseph Willis said he saw police arrive at the property yesterday with lights and sirens blaring. He said police had been working through the night outside the home. Pharmacist Luke Wales said he saw an injured man in Tweed Heads yesterday. He had injuries to his arms and was hanging around outside his work yesterday. He seemed quite relaxed, but looked like he had lost quite a lot of blood. He said the man was picked up by an ambulance. What on earth is going on here, or what happened? It is a weird situation. I was like trying to think of who or what the relationship could be between them, and I have no idea. I was like, maybe it's a carer, something like that. Maybe like he has a person who cares for him. Marlene, hey, how are you? Kathy Lynch, good to see you. Nancy, yes, and Sienna, good to see you. Well, hey guys, yeah, we're back for a little bit. We'll hang out for a little while. The late show. Yeah. So I don't understand what their relationship between the pair is, and it doesn't mention it in the. That's interesting, actually. It says here in November 23rd, 2023, a 36-year-old Mwilumba, I can't pronounce that. He was safely arrested at a commercial premises in Wall Street, Tweed Heads. The man was conveyed to Tweed Heads Police Station where he was charged with aggravated break, enter, and steal, larceny, goods in custody suspected of being stolen, driving whilst disqualified, and 2 warrants were executed. Guys, give me 1 second. It's the cats. Hold on. So it seems this man has a bit of a history. That's interesting. He was refused bail at the time to appear at Tweed Head Local Court, 24th of September. That was only a few months ago, and now he's been put in like a murder situation. That is, maybe he broke into her house, and maybe he didn't think she was there, and he killed her during the break-in. Maybe that's what happened. I mean, he does have a history as a break and enter and stealing. Maybe he was trying to steal stuff from her property. Man, that's really interesting if that's what it was. Man wanted on warrants arrested Tweed Heads. Um Murwillumbilla, man. Murwillumbilla, that's how you do it. Uh Yeah, hold on. I just want to make sure that's correct, but it is the same location. Yeah, wanted on warrant, Connor Bollas. Police are seeking community assistance to locate him. Yep, that was him. Let me see if I can get a cached version of this. Can I get a cached version of it? No. Don't like how Google does this now where you can't get cache versions of stuff. Let's see if I can find anything. No, not that one. Let's go back. Doesn't say anything on that one either. Hmm, that is interesting. I wonder if that is the same guy. Hey Huckney, how are you? Let's see. Connor Bullas. Wish there was a way to view full size. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm guessing it maybe is him. He says he's a wait. He says he's a 36-year-old man. This guy's 25, so it's no wait. It's not him. But when you search his name, it does come up with something about a warrant. It says here, I can see it. Wanted on warrant. Connor Bullis, Tweed Heads, Benora Point. Let's see if I can find more information about that. Says no, I can't find the exact one, but he has been wanted on. It says wanted on warrant, Connor Bullis, Tweed Heads, Benora Point, and I just can't get to the correct Facebook message for it on Facebook, and it's not cached. That's a shame. Would be interesting to know a bit more about why he's or his previous offending. Let's see if this is it. No, that's not it. No, I can't get to it unfortunately. That's a shame. It's a shame. But yeah. He definitely has some sort of history because he's got previous charges. Let's see if anyone else has any information on him. Nope. I'm sure when he goes back to court Friday, that'll definitely have it. I can't read this link because I'm not a subscriber, but it says man with blood all over hands on murder charge. Actually, hold on, guys. Maybe I can do this. No, it's not working. Oh, we're not having a fun time tonight. That's all right. We will find out more about that in the coming days, I'm sure. Definitely some information there about him, though. Let's talk about this. Let's go back to Samantha Murphy. It's currently 4:07 in the afternoon here in Melbourne, which is Victoria, where Samantha lives. And we are not seeing any updates, but normally around this time in the afternoon, they release one final update before they wind up for the day because they will be winding up. They wind up at about 6, I think. This is the last article that came out. It says the first time I became aware of missing Ballarat East woman Samantha Sam Murphy was on Monday morning when two police members rang my doorbell to ask my husband and me if we'd seen her. She had been missing since the day before, they informed us. presumably while on one of her regular running routes in the forest that's close to our home. Police showed us a photo of Samantha, the one that would be featured on media alerts and articles across Australia. And while I did not know her personally, I knew the odds were someone I knew in Ballarat did. But this didn't matter. What mattered to us was that a local woman was missing, and after seeing her smiling face, clearly portraying a proud and happy mum, it ignited both a concern and a drive within me to do what I could to help. This has been the feeling among thousands of Ballarat locals, both men and women, who have dedicated countless hours to join in the search for Murphy. In a community effort so dedicated and overwhelming that despite living here for the majority of my life, it is like nothing I've ever witnessed before. It is true, we don't normally see this type of mass community like they don't normally come together like this. It's not that common, uh, even in serious situations. It says the author of this article says every morning as I drive past the police station, there seems to be more SES emergency vehicles and cars of Ballarat residents parked in front of it, trying to help than the day before. And each day, the roads nearby and the sky above my home are a hive of activity, all driven by one goal: to bring Sam home. The goal is also behind a Facebook page dedicated to the search Find Samantha Murphy, which now has over 7,900 members who are regularly posting updates, asking questions, and uh, seeking locals to search with. Let's have a look. Wait, let's do that properly. Come on. Let's see if I can get a group. No. It's probably not been, the interwebs have probably not collected it yet for Google. That's interesting. I don't know if this is the same person, but in my search results, it came up on Facebook, Samantha Murphy. They were joining some sort of community online. I mean, it's not uncommon. People do that. I really would like to get into this group. I might have to do it later. It's not coming up. They're saying that over almost 8,000 people have joined that group, though. It's pretty impressive. Let's see what else they're saying. The community effort has been noticed by Murphy's family and shared with Find Samantha Murphy Facebook group. The search everyone has done has made a positive difference in the investigation as a whole. Without you guys, we'd easily be behind another couple of days. It's pretty cool. The situation is also one that inherently brings with it concern, anxieties, and questions. Where is Sam? What has happened to her? These questions are asked between locals and also between the running and walking community. And for some of them, especially women, there is underlying concern for their safety. Yeah, I mean, you have a woman that's just disappeared off the face of the earth while going for a very typical run. I mean, it's concerning. There's the forest. You guys can kind of see what it looks like out there. Hey, Snarks. Did you? A wallaby story. Let me see. Oh, it escaped. All right, we'll do that in a minute. I just want to have a look at this. Let's see if they've still got the air traffic stuff up in the air looking for her. We might be able to see like the search locations. Hold on, let's go to Ballarat. Is that it? That's Bendigo. Where's Ballarat? Ballarat's up here, right? It's interesting. I'm not seeing any planes with a. Oh, maybe here? No. Unless this is one of them. That's a Black Hawk. I'm not seeing any planes doing any search. Maybe they're finished for the day. Because normally I'll share this thing. Should be up here. It's not loading very well. Up in this area, there's yeah, it should see like an aeroplane, a helicopter, something doing search pattern. It might have been this guy here, possibly. This is a an emergency response helicopter. So maybe he's traveling all the way from down here in Warrnambool, but I don't think so. I think he'd probably come from Bendigo Airport. Just having a look around, see if there is any search. No, hold on. Just want to make sure I'm searching the right airport. Okay. All right, so we go here. Should be over around this region. There we go, Ballarat. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Blue Water Aviation searching Enfield State Park. Possibly. Was this one of the ones they wanted to search? I'll have to look. But yeah, like that is weird that it's looping around the forest, but we can see. Hey Danny, how are you? Yeah, Marlene made it back too. Is she here? Oh yeah, she's here. Hey Marlene. Good to see you. So it doesn't look like there's that much sky activity, at least not from commercial airlines right now. I'm just having a no, that's a student pilot doing flight practice. So Ballarat. You think it would be closer to the city though. Let's have a look at this one. Uh-huh. APAC Victoria. What is that? Australian Airline Pilot Academy. I don't think they would be doing the search, would they? Although they are flying a really weird pattern. And they did come from over in this region. Maybe. Maybe. But it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't look like there's a ton of planes out or anything. Just that one. This guy over here. And maybe this one? No, he's just flying away. No helicopters though. Not right now anyway. There's a lot over Melbourne. You can see all the plane traffic, but not near the missing lady. Late for what? There is no late on this channel. Just this show. Um yeah, Danny was definitely at the Grammys. Alright. Alright, let's have a look. Share this one. It says husband of Samantha Murthy, 51, urges anyone with information to come forward to police a search for missing East Ballarat mother of three enters day 5. There was a story that came out a couple of hours ago. Apparently, she wasn't on a family holiday, and they tried to make it all mysterious and like, oh, maybe they're having marital problems, and she had COVID and she didn't go because she was sick. So it shows you how fast the media can sort of make up rubbish. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything here. Yeah, we saw this earlier, the press conference. If you didn't see it earlier, it is on the last video. We showed the press conference from police and her husband and daughter. The daughter's one, Jess, was very hard to watch. She seemed just beside herself. And SES volunteers looking at like you can see the type of terrain, even though they say that she stuck to well walked paths and roads. But if she even ventured off a tiny bit, look at the kind of just trees everywhere some of this park and stuff has. It's just everywhere. You wouldn't be able to see 5 feet in front of you. It'd be very hard searching conditions. So what they say to the east of Main Road or Geelong Road are areas of interest. Geelong Road. What's that one? That's Western Freeway. Just trying to see if that plane was over that area. Don't think so. Think it was in a completely different area. There's the Glenelg Highway. Nope. No, I don't think that, particular aeroplane was in the search. No, and there's nothing seems to be she lived in Ballarat East, that's it. So sort of over near this area. White Swan, Springs Road. Yeah, I think sort of around this area, but there doesn't seem to be any activity up there tonight. Yeah, it's very dense, bushland. And so is a lot of Victoria, though. I don't think it's, uncommon. All right. Let me just close some of this. The Detective Inspector McDougal did not speculate on Miss Murphy's history and could not comment on whether her bank accounts had been accessed since she vanished. Wouldn't they be able to see that straight away through like a banking app from the husband? Hey, show us your wife's banking account. Okay, here you go. It's understood the mother of three had a routine each morning and would regularly go on walks or runs in the local area in the Canadian state forest. Police stressed they were keeping an open mind. I mean, you're talking about someone who's now in day 5 of being missing. It's not like she just went missing this morning. It's really concerning. Let me see if I can just trying to see if we can zone in on that forest area. This flight map just doesn't have very good, uh, you know, town names and things like that. Okay, no air traffic over the region, or if it is localized, they're not broadcasting. They should always film your arrest, Danny. Every time. Every time you need to be arrested, they should film it. Let me take a quick look and see if there's anything new with this. It doesn't look like it. It really does look like they're probably going to wind up for tonight, and we're not going to get a. I can show you. This is one of the last articles posted for the working hours down here in Australia. It says Virginia O'Loughlin has struggled to stay calm over the past few days, knowing her friend Samantha Murphy is missing. She says it's just a roller coaster of a nightmare at the moment. It's extremely surreal. I can't sit still at the moment. Miss Murphy, 51, hasn't been seen since she left her home in the regional Victorian city of Ballarat to go for a run about 7 a.m. on Sunday. Miss O'Loughlin built a strong friendship with Miss Murphy while their children were at school together. Along with the Ballarat community, she still holds a strong hope that her friend will be found. She's a strong, fit person. She's also extremely sensible and grounded as well. Personally, my thoughts are I don't believe Sam would be on any of the goat tracks up in the bush. I believe Sam would be have been running in wide open spaces. She would have checked the weather, what it's going to be like. Well, if that's true, where is she? They would have already checked all the open roads, walking paths, all that type of stuff. Like, where is she? Where is this woman? If you guys have any, if you have any suggestions, let me know because I don't know. The only thing I can think of is either she's come to some harm somehow, like she's tripped, fallen, hurt herself, tried to get back home, but ended up in more dense woodland. Someone has hurt her, or maybe someone hit her with their car. Like maybe she was running and someone hit her with the car and it's like a hit and run and they've moved her body. Like that's the only thing I can think of. Like otherwise, where is she? Where is she? Hey Carol, hey my friend, how are you? Good to see you. It's really good to see you, Carol. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you've been doing well. Kathy says, "I wish women would not go running alone. Far too many stories of women being attacked um, while running." Just gonna check Twitter and see there's no massive updates in the last 10 minutes or so. People just, yeah, no real updates recently. Just everyone commenting on the daughter's press conference. A lot of people very critical of the family. I don't think so. I think their request for privacy was very reasonable. All they were asking is that people don't photograph them at their home and let them leave their home without being accosted. I mean, it's a pretty reasonable request. I don't think it's, the young woman or the teenager, she was quite scared in her own home. It shouldn't be like that. Her mom's missing. She's not like a criminal suspect or something. Like, so the media should give in to what they're saying and just move up the road a little bit. Let them feel like at least they're living some sort of normality while their mum is missing. Their world has already been turned upside down. They don't need media in their face, sticking a camera in their face every time they leave the front door. Let's see. I really don't see anything else, but apparently they've had mounted patrols out there, like police on horses, police on motorbikes, all sorts of drones. They've had drones and things like that. Let's see. There's really no news. I think they're gonna wind up for the day, unfortunately. The fire, the one in Pennsylvania. I think they said there would be a press conference tomorrow. I think they said it would be tomorrow. They weren't gonna do anything else today. But I can show you a brief little video of it. But I don't think here, ABC News. Yeah, you guys can see the little news thing of it.
Breaking headline as we're on the air tonight, the dramatic scene unfolding outside Philadelphia at this hour. 2 officers have been shot and the home they were responding to now engulfed in flames. The gunman opening fire as soon as police arrived. It's believed an 11-year-old girl was shot inside. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef.
Tonight, this home outside Philadelphia engulfed in flames after a horrific ordeal that left 2 officers shot and injured.
Shots are coming from inside the house.
Authorities saying the officers arrived to this East Lansdowne home just before 4 p.m., responding to a report of an 11-year-old girl shot inside. The officers immediately coming under fire from the suspect.
It was rapid gunfire. Cops were coming from everywhere, every direction, yelling, active shooter, close your door.
Minutes after the shooting, the home on fire. Chopper video capturing an officer being brought to an ambulance. A SWAT vehicle seen breaking down windows and a wall. Firefighters trying to control the blaze.
Still too dangerous for us to go inside and do any further investigation. I will say with a heavy heart that we are afraid there might be more than one person in that house. We know the victim's family had a lot of people living in that house, including children. We are aware that there are at least 6 to 8 people who are unaccounted for from that family.
Tonight, those 2 officers are in the hospital in stable condition. David?
Ariel Reshef tonight. Ariel, thank you.
There you go. Actually, I just saw some breaking news about the Tweed Heads West murder. Here, I'll bring it to you now. Tweed Heads West alleged murder. Gruesome details emerge as tenant is charged after landlord was found dead during welfare check. So it was his landlord. A 25-year-old tenant allegedly murdered his landlord before running to a pharmacy with blood and cuts on his hand and called an ambulance from a payphone. Emergency services were called to a home on Lakes Drive in Tweed Heads West on the border of New South Wales and Queensland about 5:50 p.m. on Wednesday because neighbours were concerned for the owner's welfare. Police found the body of 63-year-old Donna Barraquette inside. She could not be revived and was pronounced dead at the scene. Connor Bullis was then charged with her murder. Neighbours told the Daily Mail Australia the property was a known drug house. and Miss Barraquette was a user who had been in and out of rehab for years. One neighbor, Hannah, said Mr. Bullis had been renting from Miss Barraquette for about 2 weeks before she kicked him out on Monday and tossed his possessions onto the front lawn. Hannah's husband, Luke, was the pharmacist on duty when the alleged killer ran into his shop about 10 minutes down the road covered in blood. He came in with his hands all cut up, and my husband thinks it could have been a self-defense. It looked like he grabbed a blade or something. She said Mr. Bullis quickly left the pharmacy and called an ambulance from a payphone. The pharmacist called police and asked him to carry out a welfare check on the home. Maybe not self-defense, more like he used a knife and slipped on blood and cut his own hands on the knife he was using to stab her with. That's probably more what it was, not self-defense. When police arrived at the pharmacy, they found him in the gutter with serious hand injuries. Hannah said there were often people loitering around the house. She would hear fights break out at the address, but didn't hear anything on Wednesday. She said, I usually hear people screaming F you and things like that, but I was home with my 7-month-old yesterday and I saw her around the house about an hour beforehand, but I didn't hear anything. She said she didn't know what triggered the altercation on Wednesday, but said, I think it was maybe that she kicked him out. Both of them could be on something and it got out of hand. She described Mr. Bullis Bullis as quiet and was surprised he was arrested and charged with murder. On Wednesday night, Mr. Bullis was taken to Tweed Heads Hospital under police guard. So it was his landlord. You know, we're trying to figure out, was it his mom or a carer or something? It was his landlord. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you had a good live show. Yeah, hello, good to see you. That's shocking. To kill your landlord, I mean, I don't understand. Maybe he was just so stressed out about her kicking him out. I don't know. Maybe she had a knife and he went to grab it to get control of it. Maybe she wanted him off the property and she grabbed the knife to threaten him. Then he grabbed the knife, turned it around, and then killed her. Either that or he just slipped on the knife, stabbing her. It's common. A lot of killers actually have that happen. They'll be so frenzied in the killing and stabbing that they won't realize that their hands are covered in the victim's blood, and then they slip and they cut their own hands up very badly from the blade they're actually holding. So it could be either of those two reasons why his hands are so damaged and injured. We'll find out. He's due in court tomorrow morning. So we'll find out then. I'm sure we'll get big updates tomorrow. But hold on, guys. Give me once. Oh, sorry. It was my neighbor. My neighbor's going out. Yeah. There we go. There's a photo of the arrested alleged murderer, Connor, Mr. Bullis. He's been charged with murder. There you go. Interesting. The neighbors normally described him as a very quiet man, even though they said the house is very rowdy and a known drug house. His forensic police at the scene getting ready to take a lot of. They've even got the booties on, crime scene booties, and that's a different show. Crime scene booties. That's a something you might find on after 11 p.m. at night on BET. But these are for these kind of crime scenes where you actually have to go in and not get fibers and things, not leave your prints, your shoe prints and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I find that interesting that they said he's normally a quiet dude, but the house is known for a drug house. He was evicted on Monday, not now. So maybe he came back to reason with her to like let him back in, and she didn't want him there. It says here the 25-year-old tenant allegedly murdered his landlord, and it says something here about she had evicted him on Monday. Yeah. One neighbor, Hannah, said Mr. Bullis had been renting from Miss Barraquette for about 2 weeks, only 2 weeks, before she kicked him out on Monday and tossed his possessions onto the front lawn. Maybe, like, the other thing I could think of, when she tossed his possessions on the lawn, maybe she either broke something or something was stolen, and maybe he was really angry about it. Hannah's husband, Luke, yeah, was the pharmacist. Isn't it? Must be a small town. The fact that the neighbor is also the pharmacist in her husband is the pharmacist in town, who was also the one who tried to help Connor with his hands. I find that small town, I guess. Yeah, was a known drug house. That's always a thing you want to be known for, right? You walk past your house and everyone's like, "Hey, that's the drug house." Cross the street when you walk past it. All right. Let's see if we have anything else. I want to just check ABC News for a second. Wait, what is that? Actually, you know the grandmother who was stabbed and killed the other day? Her daughter has come out in the news today. She actually teamed up with a man who represents the Sudanese community. They both asked for calm and for racial tensions to die down. Apparently, there had been a bunch of revenge and, you know, kind of hating on Sudanese people within the community. A lot of anger, a lot of, threats and yelling at people who were not even involved. They're just yelling at them because of the color of their skin. So they actually came out today asking for calm and for racial tensions to die down. Here's a photo of them both. He is from the Queensland African Communities Council President, Benny Bol, with the alleged murder victim Vilene White's daughter, Cindy. So it's Cindy, and this is Mr. Benny Bol. Benny represents the African communities in Queensland. And yeah, they really just wanted to make it known that while, yes, the kids who killed the grandmother were of African descent, we shouldn't be, you know, getting racial about this. And, there's always a few bad eggs in the community. Doesn't matter what their skin color is. There's plenty of white kids who have killed people too. It's not something we should be attacking the wider African community over. So that was their message today. Oh, I bet. I know, right? Jar of mayonnaise. Super dangerous, Danny Mitchell. You be very careful. Otherwise, we're going to have to sue Hellmann's. We'll have to sue them. Let me see. Yeah, I've seen a couple. I don't really. It's not something I really want to sit around in the afternoon and watch for a few hours. Let's see. I think it was pretty interesting that they got that. What? No way. Oh no. It says here, another Ballarat jogger has come forward to identify themselves as the runner in the CCTV released by police in the search for missing mum Samantha Murphy. Back to square one. So that footage that we showed of her running past the gate at the end is not her. It's a different woman. It's not her at all. That is really awful, awful news. So now there is no sighting. No one has seen her since she left her driveway. Oh man. That was like the big clue in this whole thing that far out. Let me like and retweet that on my Twitter. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. What are they gonna do now? That's really terrible. Yeah, that's bad news. I think someone must have just mistaken her for another woman who was jogging around the same time in a similar area, which I'm sure there's heaps of them, but yeah, it just didn't seem right, especially because she was going around the park, like when she said she was going to the park. But yeah, that's a shame. This was that story that they tried to bring out a couple of hours ago, saying that she was absent from a family's traditional summer holiday along the Victoria Surf Coast. But then if you go all the way down here, where is it? Basically says that she had COVID. If I can find it. Here. Our friend Virginia O'Loughlin said, "There was nothing suspicious about it. There was no family feud. I can understand why people can start to think that, but she definitely had COVID. Another friend of ours had COVID as well, and they were both talking about it, and when they get better, they were going to catch up." So there you go. It was a no story. It was like, lasted all of about 2 minutes, and then they had to edit the story and say she was sick. That's why she didn't go. We don't know. I mean, we know that she left the house in her running gear, but I guess we don't know. That's why they're asking for more CCTV footage. They're asking everyone to check their CCTV systems, and if you have something, to send it in to the police, because wow, they're really going to need it now. Now that that footage was not her. Yeah. Only one journalist has the that's a shame. Apparently, the Australian just came out with an article says surveillance footage has revealed a possible blunder in the 5-day search for missing Ballarat woman Samantha Murphy, with crews potentially scouring the wrong places. Yes, because it's scouring the wrong places, not because of the CCTV, but because the CCTV is not of her. Ah, man. So I hope we get some actual CCTV of her tomorrow, maybe. Hopefully people get home from work today and can start looking and seeing if she's on their CCTV. Horrible. All right, hold on. Let me check some of my links and see what we've got. Let's see. Penzie man wanted for murder of wife considered to be dangerous person, cops say. North Lancaster. Didn't we read about this guy? I feel like we read about this guy yesterday. Homicide investigation. On February 5th at 4:12 p.m., NLCRPD responded to the 2200 block of Mount Hope Road in Penn Township for the report of an adult female who appeared to suffer from cardiac arrest event. When police arrived, they located the female as described, later identified as Jamie A. Harrison, deceased. Okay. Due to observations at the scene, the PD considered the death suspicious and began an investigation. Autopsy results received today confirmed the manner of death was homicide by strangulation. The police department and associated law enforcement partners are actively searching for the victim's husband, Matthew S. Harrison, age 48, described as a light-skinned black male, 5'7", 170 pounds, with hazel eyes, believed to be driving a black 2017 K1 500 four-door Chevy Silverado pickup truck bearing PA registration ZND 7298. Harrison is believed to have ties to the Lancaster and York County. Harrison is currently considered to be a dangerous person and wanted for questioning by the police department. Anyone who sees Harrison or his vehicle should call 911 immediately. Let me see if I can find anything on this fella. Here we go.
Are calling this investigation a homicide. Now, I spoke to someone who says they actually knew the victim in high school, and she says this incident is shocking and disturbing. In this home in Penn Township, a woman was found dead in her bedroom Monday. At first, police were called to this home on the 2200 block of Mount Hope Road for a report of a cardiac arrest event, but after police arrived, they suspected homicide. Today, an autopsy report revealed the victim, 49-year-old Jamie Harrison, died by strangulation.
She was a kind of a happy-go-lucky, friendly person.
Holly Weaver says she went to Mannheim Central High School with Harrison, so when she heard the news, it was a shock.
It's such a sad situation, and living and growing up in Mannheim, everyone kind of knows everyone and knows everyone's family. So just hearing something like that for someone that's my age is really kind of devastating.
So now, police are searching for her husband, 48-year-old Matthew Harrison, in connection with the death. They're using search crews and even canine units in this pursuit. A resident in the area of the home reported a sighting of Harrison, but police have yet to find him. Law enforcement says he has ties to Lancaster and York counties and should be considered dangerous.
It's kind of scary, just like how how the man could still be in Mannheim, but I'm happy that the police are actually out and searching.
In my mind, I assume he's not here anymore, but it's kind of scary to think about. He could still be here.
He may be driving a 2017 Chevy Silverado pickup truck with the license plate ZND 7298, and police say if you see him, dial 911 immediately. Now, no charges have been filed yet, but this is still an ongoing investigation. We'll keep you updated on air and online on this case, but for now, reporting live.
There you go. That's very interesting. I mean, there's another video here. Is this the same one? Let's have a look. That's just a photo of him. Penn Township, Lancaster. It's saying that Holly Weaver said she went to Mannheim Central High School with Jamie Harrison. Weaver described her as a happy-go-lucky and friendly. When she heard the news, it was a shock. It's such a sad situation living and growing up in Mannheim. Everyone kind of knows everyone and knows everyone's family. So just hearing something like that from somebody my age is really kind of devastating. A resident in the area of the home on Mount Hope Road reported a sighting of Matthew Harrison, but police are yet to find him. It's kind of scary. How do you know the man could still be in Mannheim? But I'm happy that police are out and searching. In my mind, I assume he is not here anymore, but it's kind of scary to think about. He could still be here. Wow. Killed his, too many killing the wives. We're getting far too many. Yeah, too many PA stories. What's going on with Pennsylvania? I feel like that's what we're getting. We're getting a whole heap of Pennsylvania stories. Yeah, that's shocking. Really, really shocking. Matthew S. Harrison, 48. Let's see. Did they show a photo of the wife? Let's see.
On the run tonight after allegedly strangling and killing his wife inside their Lancaster County home. Thank you for joining us for Fox 43 News at 10. I'm Amy Lutz.
And I'm Evan Forrester. Police are searching for the suspected killer at this hour. Fox 43's Ryan joins us now with where the search currently stands for the man police say is dangerous.
Matthew Harrison is nowhere to be found after his wife was found dead inside of their Penn Township home this week. An arrest warrant has been filed, and police are now asking for the public's help in finding Harrison. 49-year-old Jamie Harrison was found dead at her home on the 2200 block of East Mount Hope Road in Penn Township on Monday after a report came in about a victim who appeared to suffer from a cardiac arrest. After observing evidence at the scene, investigators deemed the death to be suspicious. On Wednesday, an autopsy report confirmed Harrison died from strangulation. 48-year-old Matthew Harrison is being charged with first and second-degree murder along with other charges. When Fox 43 arrived at the couple's home on Wednesday afternoon, police were conducting a search after receiving a report that Harrison was seen in the area. Police did not find any sign of him, and the search continues. Neighbors in the area did not want to speak on camera. In a social media post, the Lancaster District Attorney's Office says Northern Lancaster County Regional PD and associated law enforcement partners are actively investigating a homicide occurring in Penn Township Monday afternoon. Like we've mentioned, police say Harrison is a dangerous person who is believed to have ties to Lancaster and York counties. He was last seen driving a black Chevy Silverado. More details can be found on our website, fox43.com. Anyone with information on Harrison or his location is urged to contact Northern Lancaster County Regional Police.
Whoops, there we go. Which one are we in? This one? Okay. Nope. This one. It says they're still searching for a homicide suspect in Lancaster County. Let me search his name, Jamie Harrison. Let's see if there's anything on the good old Twitters. Jamie Harrison murder. No, what's the husband's name? Police in Lancaster County are searching for Matthew Harrison. All right. Let's see. You think they might have marshals out for him? No, there's really no... There's nothing on Twitter about him, which is interesting. Yeah, nothing. If you search his wife's name, there's a little bit more, but it's so local, there's really no stories, really. Oh, well, we'll keep an eye on that out of Pennsylvania. We've got a lot of stories out of Pennsylvania. We had the other one where the girlfriend and three other people set up her boyfriend to be murdered. We saw that the other day, earlier today. That was pretty brutal. All right, let me just grab another story. All right, let's go. This is interesting. Apparently, Rex Heuermann is getting counseling for depression. I mean, sure. I guess prison is depressing. But it's his own fault he's there. It says, Gilgo Beach killings. Prosecutors turn over almost 3,000 police tips to suspects Rex Heuermann's defense team. 3,000? Let's see.
Suspected serial killer Rex Heuermann is lonely and depressed, according to his defense attorney, kept separated from other inmates at the jail for his own safety. The Massapequa Park architect, who is charged with murder in the deaths of Amber Lynn Costello, Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, and Maureen Brainerd Barnes, was back before a judge today as his legal case weaves its way through the system. Prosecutors handed over more evidence, including 2,500 pages of lab reports, 3 terabytes of data from electronic devices seized from Heuermann's home and office, and nearly 3,000 tips to the Suffolk County Police Department that was requested by Heuermann's attorney.
You would hope that they would speak to witnesses, that they would speak to the individual, and maybe get records like they did it with Mr. Heuermann. So we're looking forward to getting all the documentation. And obviously, if they didn't do anything, we'll see the lack of effort and the lack of investigation on any potential lead. That could be very problematic for them, and that could help support our position.
As for when this case might go to trial, DA Ray Tierney says it could still take some time.
Because this is such a lengthy case and because of all of the material that we recovered during the search warrant, now we have to provide that to the defense. They have to decipher it, decide whether or not they want to retain their own witnesses and controvert some or all of the evidence that we've gathered. And when we're talking about this case, we're talking about scientific evidence.
Today's court appearance was only a few minutes long, and Heuermann didn't say anything. He's due back here next, April 17th. In Riverhead, I'm Shari Einhorn for Newsday TV.
There you go. Kathy says, Rex is a big boy. Well, like some women have described him, they described him as ogreish and a large human. So, yeah, he is a big boy, as a lot of them have described him as. What time is it? It's just before 5 p.m. here in Australia. Everyone knocking off for the day. I'm pretty sure that if we were going to get a press conference for this missing woman, we would have probably had it. It probably would have happened at around 5 or 6, and I don't see any information of a press conference being called at all. Just have another check. Oh, 9 minutes ago. Yeah, no latest yeah, nothing really interesting. Ah, here we go. Finally, it made the news. Here we go. Second jogger comes forward after police share CCTV of runner in search for missing Victorian mum Samantha Murphy. There you go. A second jogger has come forward to identify themselves as the runner caught on CCTV that was released by police investigating the disappearance of Victorian mum Samantha Murphy. Murphy was last seen leaving her home on Eureka Street in Ballarat East for a planned 20-kilometre run near the Canadian State Forest. She left on 7 a.m. on Sunday and hasn't been seen since. Late on Wednesday, police released grainy footage captured by a security camera of a house just 16 minutes after she left home in a bid to move the investigation along. But the CCTV shows the mother running past a house near Warren Heap Road in northeasterly direction, away from the forest that has been so far the focus of the investigation. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I thought it was a courier. Sometimes we get couriers rock up at weird times. But it says here, yeah, but the CCTV shows the mother running past the house, and then it should say crime scene was dismantled. Yeah, because the items weren't there. Yeah, that's it. It just says second jogger comes forward after police share CCTV of runner in search for missing Victorian mum. So there you go. That's the breaking news just before the 5 o'clock 5 o'clock thing. Oh no. Apparently, sewage dropped on homes by firefighting water bombers battling WA blaze. Residential properties have copped an unfortunate spray. Sewage wastewater has been dropped on residential properties near a bushfire in Perth,
Good evening and
northeast.
welcome to 7 News.
Hey. Authorities issued a hazardous and toxic materials alert warning people living in part of Bullsbrook in the city of Swan, about 35 kilometers from the WA capital, that they could be at risk. Oh no. They picked up water in the bucket from the wrong place. Yeah, the poor people in the bush. I guess maybe if it just put the bushfire out though, I guess it's sort of a win. But having sewage treatment water dumped on your home, not what you'd really be wanting, is it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't see any more information coming out at all. Just that the woman in the CCTV is not the lady they're looking for, which is really sad. It's really, really sad. It's, that was sort of the big hope, is that, oh, we got her on the camera, but it's not her. It's a real shame. But look, I will be back. I will be back at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, like we always are. Like we always are. And we'll see. We might keep doing these little update shows later in the night. We'll see if people enjoy them or not. Let me know in the comments if you do enjoy it, and I'll judge it based on the response we get. And we'll see. We'll see. Until then, until tomorrow night, until more breaking news happens, I will see you later. Thanks to all the people who help support this channel, the people who like and subscribe or are in the chat every single night. I really appreciate it. All the people on the replay crew that leave comments or say hello. You guys are amazing. And to the people who send in donations, you guys rock. Thank you very much. And your name will be on the video I'm just about to hit play for. So until then, peace out. See you later. Good night. Bye. Bye-bye.